Hey, what's going on, everyone? Well, this video is specifically for Sabrina. Sabrina, thank you very much for a really cool question about soulmates. Um, what an interesting topic. Do we have a soulmate out there for us? Is there one person that is our is there for us, that clicks with us, that connects with us, that's meant to be for us, that when we meet this person, just everything is seamless, everything flows, everything is effortless. We fall in love with them, they're the ones for us. It's like God has put this person on this planet for us. That's the idea, right, behind a soulmate. It's an interesting, beautiful idea, beautiful belief. You can call it a story. It's definitely a thought, right? It's a belief, it's a story, it's a thought. Based on truth, based on hundreds of thousands of events, moments, experiences that have happened, that have led human beings to have this belief that, we have a soulmate out there. What do I believe when it comes to soulmates? I believe we have hundreds of thousands of soulmates out there for us, not just one. I believe we have thousands. There are thousands of people out there. Remember, at the end of the day, I did a video on this, but I need to do a new video on it, an update, which is, it was a video about the 3 types of love, or, what is love? Like, how do we know when we found the right person? How do we know when we fall in love with, in the correct relationship with our soulmate? How do you know when you found your soulmate? 3 things that are so important in any relationship, especially when you mate, when you bond with someone that you intend to spend so much time and do so many important things in life with, that raise a family, have children with, spend so much time with, support each other emotionally, physically, financially, intellectually, spiritually. It's not like we find so much difficulty in buying a car, picking a car for life. If someone said, hey, do you want this car for the rest of your life, just this one car, or this will be your apartment, or this will be your house for the rest of your life, we're going to be like, I don't know if I want. So what about a person for the rest of your life? Anyway, I'll come back to that in a second. But this person, this idea of bonding with someone, it's so critical, so important. So, the 3 things that are important for us to keep in mind going into any relationship, especially one like this, is going to be, number 1, chemistry, right? Chemistry is important, but very overrated these days. These days people only focus on chemistry, and they think that chemistry is the overriding factor that is needed for a relationship. Chemistry is important, but it's one of 3 important things. Chemistry is the spice, it's the excitement, it's what gets you excited and interested in a person. It can be sexual, it can be physical, it can be intellectual. It's just something that makes you excited about the person that you're with. Chemistry it's like the fuel. It's what drives and powers the relationship forward. It's the excitement, it's the fun. But it's not enough, because compatibility is as important as chemistry. Without compatibility, we get what we call the hot-cold relationships, or the love-hate relationships. Or another way to put it is on-off relationships. Chemistry is what brings it on, what brings the love and the love-hate. It's what brings the on and the on-off relationship. But the lack of compatibility is what creates is the hate part, is the off part. So chemistry is important, but compatibility is as important, equally important. And without chemistry and compatibility, we'll be able to click with someone, we'll get along with someone, we have the same interests, the same goals, we're able to communicate, that's all compatibility. But without chemistry, it's kind of boring, right? It's like uninteresting. You click, you get along with someone, but there's just no excitement, there's no spice. And that's what can cause people to cheat on each other or look elsewhere, right? Or have multiple relationships. Well, I'm with this person is my wife, and she's great, and she's the mother of my kids, and, but I need someone on the side that can give me that spice, that excitement. Or it's the other way around. Like, this is my husband, and he's the father of my children, or my boyfriend, and we click, we connect, we understand each other, but I also need someone to treat me, I want someone dirty, I want someone naughty, I want that spice, which is why so many people, they get driven to looking elsewhere. It's not the main reason, but it's one reason, right? Because, sometimes you'll see, actually not sometimes, very often you'll see people with multiple relationships, each relationship fulfilling part of that whole. And the whole is chemistry, compatibility, and the third piece is timing, meeting people at the right time in your life. Which is why it's important for after breakups, people spend time to heal themselves, to get themselves ready for another relationship. Because imagine you meet someone that you're compatible with and you have chemistry with, but you still have so much that you got to work on. And you've just pushed yourself into dating. And you can ruin that moment. So timing is also very important. Meeting people at the right time. And the right time usually it's when you are ready it comes from loving yourself. It comes from when you have reached a place where you are settled, you know who you are, you've locked in with who you are, you've reconnected with who you are. That's usually the right time. When you are comfortable with who you are, happy with your life, strong and confident enough in who you are in your life, then it creates a good timing. Timing can also be, are you meeting people at the right age? Maybe you're going to meet someone who's 30 years older than you, or 30 years younger, or they're in the middle of a relationship, or they're in the middle of a divorce. So timing is a big complex conversation. But timing is important. I would say more importantly, though, is chemistry and compatibility. Those two are the most important things. Because it doesn't matter if you meet someone 30 years older than you. If you have the chemistry and compatibility, it's up to you. It's fine. But maybe timing will influence chemistry, and timing could influence compatibility. Maybe you want children, and if you meet someone who's not in that time, in that phase of their life. So anyway, going back to soulmates. Do soulmates exist, and what is a soulmate? Soulmate links in very much so with chemistry and compatibility. Your soulmate is someone who has had a life experience that has, I'm not going to say it's a similar life experience to yours, because maybe it's the opposite life experience that makes that person compatible and gives the right chemistry to you. But what I would say our soulmates are, and we have thousands of them out there, hundreds of thousands. There are billions of people, millions and millions of people out there. So it's not just one soulmate that we got to find. There's going to be thousands of them. How do we find that person? Is we got to put ourselves out there more. Are you going to find that person if you're home all day, locked in your room? Probably not. Which ties into another topic that people think about when they think about soulmates, is that you're destined to meet this person. Well, I don't look at it that way. I look at it more that, because if you're going to spend all day at home, then how are you going to meet anyone? How are you going to be destined? Like, unless your soulmate's going to be your postman or post lady or milk lady or milkman. It's you. At the end of the day, we have thousands, I believe, of soulmates out there, and we can increase our chances of bumping into them if we get out there more, put ourselves out there more, even if it's just online dating. That's at least you're putting yourself out there, but even better if you can get out there, travel, get involved with dancing clubs, jiu-jitsu clubs, painting classes, photography classes, go to the beach. And that's just step one. Doing all those things is just step one. Putting yourself out there is step one. The step two is putting yourself out there, not someone else. What I mean by that is when you go to the beach, when you go to the photography classes, when you go to jiu-jitsu classes, be yourself. Be yourself, because how we attract our soulmate is by first being ourself, because so too often we try too hard and we feel like we have to change who we are to attract to someone, to get someone. But then we put ourselves in this trap, because now we've got to maintain this fake person or this extreme version of ourselves. This, it's just a part of ourselves that we're focusing on, the part where we clean up ourselves or make ourselves beautiful physically, or we're kind and sweet and charming. Well, now you have to keep that up for however long you can, and usually it's not sustainable. Usually it causes problems, and we can wind up getting resentful towards the person we're with. We start hating them because, without realizing it, incorrectly blaming them, we feel like they're responsible for bringing someone out of us who we're not. Or we don't realize, well, it's not their fault, it's that we started this relationship not being who we truly are. And it's so important at the very start of a relationship to be who you are. Not even at the start, before the relationship. So when you go to the cooking class, when you go to the jiu-jitsu class, be yourself. When you go to the beach, be yourself. You want to go read a book? Go take a book with you to the beach. And let it be whatever book that you want. Whatever hairstyle you want to do, whatever clothes you want to wear, be yourself, because that's when you're going to attract the person that is your soulmate, that is compatible and has the chemistry with you. So it's so important from the beginning to attract the right person, because it lays the foundation for the rest of the relationship. And there's nothing more beautiful than getting to be who you are in a relationship, because it's more effortless, it's more fun, it requires less thinking, less stress. You don't have to worry about pleasing someone. You don't have to worry about living up to someone's expectations. You don't have to worry about being good enough. You're just going to be yourself. And this is why, this awakening, this mass awakening that's happening right now of self-love and self-focus, self-respect, being yourself, having the guts to just do what you want to do, and having that faith that you will meet someone who will click with you. You will meet someone who will be interested in your weird, crazy shorts, or your weird, crazy hairstyle, or the book that you're reading that you think that is so weird and no one will be into that. That's how you're going to meet your soulmate, by being yourself more. So yes, people will say that your true soulmate is yourself. 100%, that ties into self-love. Once you fall in love with yourself, fall in love with who, have the guts to fall in love and support. That's what love is. Love is when you support someone. So support yourself. If you're weird, quirky, different, have interests that don't really fit in with the world you live in or aren't normal, hey, guess what? Everyone's like that. We're all weird and different and unique. Every single one of us has a totally unique fingerprint from birth. We are naturally unique, and it's not a bad thing. It's wonderful. We just, as a species, in the world we live in, we're so afraid of judgment. We're so afraid of, it's linked to survival. We feel like, oh, if we're judged poorly, if we're disliked, it's going to affect our survival chances. Whereas really, the people who survive and are most successful are the ones that don't care too much what others think, and they embrace themselves. It's not about not caring what others think. Forget about that. It's about loving and supporting who you are. Just focus on that. It's fine if you want to care what other people think. That's fine. It's normal. It's natural. It's hard to stop doing that. It's hard. But don't worry about that. Instead, just pump more attention into loving and supporting who you are. And at the same time, worry about what other people think as well. It's fine. Do that. But pump more energy, time, attention into supporting who you are, standing up for who you are, loving who you are. That's what love is. And that's what, if you get in a great relationship, that's what you're going to do. You're going to stand up for that person. You're going to support that person, whether it's emotionally be there for them, physically be there for them, financially be there for them. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We are attracted to strong, supportive people, so that's what relationship is, where two people can help each other. Of course, we don't want it to just be about financial support, nor do we want it to just be about emotional support. That's not fair either. It should be a full, balanced. I shouldn't even say that it should or shouldn't. There's many different relationships, and people are looking for different things. What is important is that you meet someone that serves you, that your soulmate is going to be someone that serves you. Serves you, what does that mean? It's someone that, again, goes back to the compatibility and chemistry, that someone that clicks with you, someone that that brings energy into your life, that improves your life. It's not that you want to be dependent on someone to do that for you. No, you should have your foundation of self-love and stability and strength. But being in a relationship with someone shouldn't make your life worse. It should improve your life, if anything. It should be reciprocal. It should be that if you energize that person, they energize you in a way. But this is a really deep psychological topic and rabbit's hole. Today I had a session with someone, and I was explaining to them that sometimes the things that energize us may not be good for a good reason. Like a lot of us, we feel like we are, we get energy from doing wrong things. Like when I say wrong, it's like toxic things. Like, we feel good sometimes. There are some people out there that they feel like they have to take care of someone. They have to nurture and be the giver and serve someone and, be the motivator for them, be the energizer for them, and take care of them. And, how are you doing? Are you okay? And serve you hand and foot. And then the pleasure that comes from that isn't love. It's a pleasure of, oh, I feel important. I feel useful. I feel like I have a purpose. So it's actually from fear. It's not from love. It's you're giving, you're loving, you think you're loving, you're caring, you're giving, from a place of fear, not love. And how does that manifest? How do you see that? Like, for example, with my client, it can manifest in resentment. You'll wind up actually not not you'll resent that person. You'll be like, well, why can't you take care of why can't you eat better? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? You think that you care about that person, but you're actually, it's not. You wind up complaining and hurting them. So psychology is very deep, but we can simplify it by looking at, am I doing this out of fear or am I doing this out of love? Love usually doesn't have any expectations. It just gives. It's fill yourself first, and it's like the rest is just abundance overflowing. So, soulmates, very interesting topic. I don't believe we have one soulmate. I believe we have thousands, at least thousands out there. And I believe that maybe we've met some of our soulmates, but it wasn't the right time. It maybe isn't also supposed to be like part of this story, and this idea and belief of soulmate is that we'll be eternally together forever. So, okay, it's like if I said, hey, this is going to be your house forever, how would you feel about that? I'm sure you'd think, well, I don't know, like, I don't really want to be stuck with something forever. Well, why does it have to be that way with relationships? Well, for a lot of people, we get this sense of security. And that sense of security comes from maybe fear inside us, that we want to believe or we want to feel like we can have someone forever. And it also stems from this idea that happiness should be coming from a relationship, or it's this over-dependency on happiness coming from another person, right? Whereas, should you be happy about being with another person? Of course, yes. It's one of the most awesome, cool, fun, beautiful things about life is we get happiness being in a relationship and we enjoy, but not too much. It shouldn't be overly dependent. So you've got to watch that in you. You're thinking, well, I love the idea of a soulmate, forever, this person that's made for me, and I'm going to have this person forever, and we'll forever be in love. Is that feeling coming from fear, and this soothing that fear that, oh, there is, and where is that fear coming from? Is that fear coming from the fact that maybe we're placing too much happiness in relationship to deliver that happiness for us? Well, then we should examine everything else in our life and think, well, hey, no, not all my happiness should be coming from finding my soulmate or my love. I should be getting happiness from sports. I should be getting happiness from projects, from helping people, from my family, from my hobbies, my interests, my work, my crafts, the art that I produce, the creativity that I deliver out in the world, from being me, from radiating who I am to the world, sharing who I am, whether it's through work or business or dancing or art or music or writing or making videos. Happiness is, as I talk about in a lot of my videos, we have like a happiness basket, and that basket should have lots of things in there. It's when we depend on one or two things where it becomes, then we have that insecurity and that fear. It's natural if you have less things that make you happy in life, that you're going to be more clingy and insecure and depending on those one or two things that you've put in there. Your mate, your soulmate, then that's got to be my source of happiness. Why? Because you're possibly not exploring all the other things enough. Traveling or food, brings happiness, or gardening or meditation, or so life is amazing. We're living blessed existence, and our life is full of so many things. But when we get lazy sometimes, or when we go to the simplest things. And what are the simplest things? Is a mate, right? We're a biological creature and we will mate with someone. Sex is a simple thing where we can get simple, easy pleasure from. We all are able to mate. We're all able to have children. This is all of the basic things that are programmed within us. So, of course, it's natural for us to fall back on those basic things, like, oh, my soulmate will bring happiness. With a soulmate, I will be happy. You know, it's look up at the sky. There's millions of stars. We're on this little planet in the middle of a solar system. There's so much to explore, so much going on. Yes, relationships are amazing and they're vast and powerful, but they shouldn't consume all of our daily attention. I think it should be maybe at most a third of your attention in your life. At most. You know, half of your life to be placed on a relationship, I think, is a lot. Half is good, I think. Yeah, but you gotta have the rest of your life, at least 50% of your life, being consumed with other things. Go make a school, go inspire some children, go help some people, go build something, go create something, go let your unique voice, your unique resonance, your unique frequency that you're emitting, let it be heard, let it be shared. So, yes, I do believe in soulmates. Of course, I do. We have soulmates out there, we do, but not just one, I don't believe. I believe we have thousands of them. Thousands of soulmates that will just click with you. But is it supposed to be a permanent thing? Maybe you'll meet your soulmate and you're just meant to meet them for like a day or a week or a few months. Maybe one of your soulmates will be a friend in life. Maybe it's the same sex as you. And you're not gay or anything, but one of your soulmates could just be a friend. Could be even in your family. You know, it could be, you know, it doesn't have to be a sexual thing, I don't believe. I believe soulmates are kind of like these angels, these people that come on, that they're like, I don't want to say like our mirror, but they are just, they come onto earth and we seamlessly connect with them. You know, we just connect with them. They're like our wolf pack, like our tribe. And we can make amazing connections with them and create with them, and they enhance our lives. So yes, I hope that helps, Sabrina. I hope that you know answers the question, and sorry it took so long to make this video. I've been moving. I'm finally here in my home, and I've just been unpacking, and I got my internet just a few days ago, which I'm really happy about. I had no internet for a month, so it's nice to have internet. And yeah, for anybody, my other Patreons out there, thank you guys also for, you guys are the only ones that are going to see this video. So Sabrina, of course, she's signed up to, get custom responses. So if you'd like another video, just let me know what you would like it to be on, and I'm very happily, I love these incredible topics, and I love that we have a little forum and we can share, and I can share with you guys my thoughts. So thanks, Sabrina. Oh, and before I go, I made notes to gather some of my thoughts, so I just want to make sure I'm hitting everything. So I have here, marriage is a different thing altogether to soulmates. We can link the idea and the concept of marriage to your soulmate. But yeah, I don't believe like soulmates has to be this forever kind of idea, because it's very difficult to we're always growing, we're changing. And if you want to link the idea of marriage, marriage is it's a commitment, isn't it? It's a deal, right? It's when two people say, look, we're going to change. Life is going to have ups and downs, and we're going to go through all sorts of ups and downs, but we're going to make a commitment to each other. And that's another video, marriage. Whether I'm not a huge believer in marriage. Like, I think that I believe freedom is important, and if you're going to spend time with someone, you will anyway. But I'm not against marriage completely. I think it's good sometimes to make that deal and to stick with it and to work to keep that marriage. But marriage, I just want it to be clear that I think it's a very different thing to what your soulmate is. Yeah, soulmate is it's a very free thing. Marriage is a, man-made deal, commitment that we've created to help us. It's come out through evolution, to help us, to serve us, because we'll say, I'm married to this person. Everyone else should know and respect that. It helps make things clearer for us. So there's a lot of great advantages to marriage. But if you're going to commit with someone, then better be a soulmate, or it doesn't have to be a soulmate, but it better be someone that you have more compatibility and more chemistry with, and the right timing. Those three factors are important. So here I'm talking a point about, is a soulmate for life? Nothing is for life. We talked about this already. Would you want one house for life, or a car for life? That's it, or anything? No, we want to be free, and so that we can evolve, and we're going to change. Our mind's going to change, and the way we live is going to change. But when we find or look for a mate, when we look for someone that we can click with, someone who could be a potential soulmate, it's not so much about being interested in that person, it's more about being interested in the same goals. That you're interested in the same, especially long-term goals is important. Having the same long-term interests or similar long-term interests, because you could be different over time and go through different phases, but at least you have the same long-term goals, like your goals of spirituality, or could be that you both want to be black belts in jiu-jitsu, or you both want to be anything, master chefs or master gardeners, but even those things can change over time, but they help. Having long-term goals that are shared helps. Because how long are we going to be on earth for? How long are you going to be married for? Maybe 40, 50, 60 years? It's not that long, It is long, but it's also not that long. So, I've had this, I'm 38 now, and I've had this very similar long-term goals almost all my life. So, having similar shared long-term goals, interests, those are important things. It's not about being interested in the person, it's about having both people being interested in the same goals, same destination, same path. Not even the destination, but the path is important. So Sabrina, with your permission, maybe what I'll do is I'll keep this video private just for our group, and maybe in 2 or 3 months I'll post it out for everyone else on YouTube. But hey, this is for you, so it's okay. I will keep this private, So what is it we're looking for in a partner? Yes, we talked about that. It's not just emotional, it's financial, someone who can take you to the hospital. There are basic needs we have, right? In a mate. It's not just about the excitement, that connection, that feeling, that, oh, I found someone that understands me, I can connect with. It's also, basic things that we need. That it's like a foxhole buddy, someone who will support you and strengthen your journey. Improve your relationships with your family and your friends. Not make your life worse, but improve, bring better things to your life. We talked about how you don't want to make too much of an effort to get someone, because then you're shooting yourself in the foot. That relationship maybe is not going to last very long. It's going to be exhausting. Fizzles out after a while. And that's it. All right, so I hope this helps. Thanks again to everyone out there who's supporting, the channel, supporting all this content creation. You guys are amazing. And Sabrina, I hope that helps answer your question or the topic, and look forward to doing more. So adios for now, and hopefully this video won't take too long to upload. Talk soon. Bye.